Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. I'm up bright and early. I got up at 6 with Matt, and I'm going to be doing some cooking. I'm doing some laundry, so I figured, why don't I just do some cooking too? So before I started this video, I made some turkey meatballs and some sauce. I boiled up some pasta, and that's going to be our dinner tonight. A couple days ago, I made focaccia bread in my crock pot. That I will make a video of in a couple of weeks because it came out fabulous and it's easy. Wow, my hair is sticking up. I did brush it, y'all. I am still on my moo-moo. Forgive me. I don't know why the kids call this a moo-moo because honestly, it's just a nightgown. Oh my goodness, did y'all hear that? I don't know what that was outside. Anyhow, I digress. So I'm still on my nightgown. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning, and I'm going to make some banana bread because I have some past their prime bananas. I only like the bananas like right after they basically ripen, and this is a little bit past that. I mean, I don't mind them when they're like this, but anything really past that, not really for me. So I'm going to do like a healthier version of the recipe. And I'm going to show you everything right now. Excuse my lack of glamour, because, you know, I'm up early and I'm just doing my thing. So let me turn the camera around and I'll show you what I've got. Okay. Bear with me, y'all. Oh, look at that. So, I've got 8 bananas. I'm going to mash them. And to that, I'm going to add 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Now, you can substitute wheat flour if you want. If you have a measure-for-measure gluten-free, you can use that as well. I'm just going to stick with the all-purpose for today. And then you're going to do a teaspoon and a half of baking soda. I'm doubling my recipe. That's why it's so much. And you're going to do 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And I believe it's a cup and a half of the applesauce. I will put the instructions over the video so you can see it, and I'll also put the recipe in the description. You're going to use, I believe it's just 2 eggs, but possibly 4. And then I always like to use more cinnamon. That's my cinnamon. I have a big bunch of it because I love cinnamon. It calls for 2 teaspoons, but I'm going to use like a tablespoon and a half because I really like cinnamon and it's good for you. And then 2 teaspoons of salt. This is just what I had left over from my salt container that I killed a couple months ago. I'm going to find another one to store my salt in on the countertop other than a salt shaker. Okay, so it is 4 eggs because I'm doubling it. And then I am going to add 2 cups of Splenda sweetener. You can use regular sugar. It actually calls for brown sugar, but I do not have any Splenda or stevia brown sugar blend. I have a little bit, so I'm just going to wing it. I'm going to use what I have, and then I'm just going to put the rest in a Splenda. 2 cups of unsweetened applesauce. That is kind of in place of the oil. It makes it nice and sweet and moist. And if I didn't say it already, you know I like cinnamon. This is my cinnamon. So I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. The recipe only calls for a teaspoon for each loaf, but that's not going to work for me. So I am in the process of mashing my bananas. I'm going to go do that, get all the ingredients together, and then I will be back to show you. And if I haven't said it in the first part of the video, I will put this recipe in the description, and you know I always try to overlay as the video goes on the recipe. So I will be right back. So this is sort of the level of ripeness that you really want for banana bread. This, or even darker, even when they're like solid black. Don't throw them out, because when they get to be that ripe, they have so much sugar developed, and they make such a delicious additive to things. I've made cookies with them, and I can share that recipe with you. I have made smoothies with them. I will stick them in the freezer to use in my smoothies, and at that point it doesn't matter. It's not like they're going to go bad, you know, so don't waste them. Even if you happen to see them like at the food pantry like that, I know a lot of the times they'll have like a bin of them and they're past their prime. Hey, take them. Take a bunch. Why not? You can make banana bread. You can put them in pancakes. And it's a good way to get extra nutrients into your diet. They're also full of potassium, so that's a great thing. You know, and a lot of people don't get enough potassium in their diet. So this is what your bananas look like when they're mashed. You know, there's some big chunks, but remember, I'm going to be taking my hand mixer to it. So, you know, they'll come out a little bit more liquidy. Okay, so this is our ingredients all mixed together. I used a hand mixer, my little hand mixer. Honestly, guys, this is a very, very thick batter. So what I would do is use your stand mixer if you have one. The bowl is bigger, it's a little bit deeper. This was a little trying. I really should have thought this through a little bit better, but it came out okay. If you do have a hand mixer and you're doubling the recipe, what I would recommend is just start your hand mixer out low so you don't have ingredients splashing everywhere. I knew to do that because I saw, you know, the level of ingredients to the size of bowl. So it smells really good, by the way. There are still chunks of banana in there. And you could add some things to this, right? You could add any kind of chopped nut. You can add walnuts, especially, come out really good in this, or you some sugar-free chocolate chips, regular chocolate chips if you like them. You could do white chocolate chips, you could do chips and walnuts, whatever you like, or you could just do a plain. I'm just going to do a plain today because I don't have that many sugar-free chocolate chips, and I want to be able to enjoy it myself because I'm diabetic. You know, this makes such a nice snack, guys. You could put some peanut butter on it too. It's really good with some nice peanut butter or almond butter. So just a couple ideas. So I'm just going to pour it into my prepared loaf pans, and I'm going to bake this in a 350 degree preheated oven for, I'm going to start the timer at 40 minutes because, as I've said before, my oven tends to run a little bit hot. It's always better to check it more frequently than to burn it. So yeah, the directions are 50 to 70 minutes. I don't think I'm going to need that long, so just keep that in mind. Okay guys, so because life is hectic sometimes, I forgot to show you the finished product of the banana bread. Actually, what happened yesterday is I got a call from my son's school. He had hurt his ankle, so I had to go pick him up and take him to the emergency room. Luckily, I had just taken the banana bread out of the oven, but that is why it totally slipped my mind. And we've got 4 slices off of it. Matt has the other 2 slices. I like to put some peanut butter on mine. I have crunchy peanut butter on mine. And this is most of the loaf. The other loaf I gave to Steve. So that's what it looks like finished. And it is delicious, let me tell you. And the house smelled awesome when it was baking. So I hope that you've enjoyed this recipe. If frugal cooking, food pantry hauls, frugal shopping, frugal cooking, mom life, keeping it real, that kind of content appeals to you, please hit that like button and share and subscribe. As always, guys, I'm sending love from New Jersey. Bye.